We live in the age when we really have to learn to become the source of our energy. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sylvia Salo, and I help lightworkers and starseeds to remember who they are. And in this video, I want to talk about something that is not much discussed, but it's so essential. You are the source of everything. Everything that you are looking for, everything you are seeking, all the answers, everything is inside of you already. It's there, it's always been there. And we are really in the times when we have to step into our sovereignty, into our divinity, when we have to understand our connection to Source at the deepest level. I'm not interested in this superficial connection. I mean in such deep level that you always know that you are being guided. You always trust. It's not trust anymore, it's a knowing. You are becoming one on every level, in every aspect of your life. And what had been happening, and actually it still is, we have learned to be disconnected from our own source, where we have access to everything. And we have learned to connect to the source of someone else. This is the source of all these things people struggle with, like envy, comparison, jealousy, codependency in relationships and everywhere else. Because we have learned to look for something outside of ourselves. And of course, this reality is designed as a mirror. So other people, they mirror back to us what we need to learn and process. They are helping us to see the unconscious aspects of us. But yet, you are the source of everything at the same time. The archetypal image that I'm receiving from the collective consciousness when it comes to basically being connected to the energy of other people is this. It's like I see the globe, I see the earth being in the darkness. And then there are few islands of light. And everyone wants to plug into them. Everyone feels so disconnected from their own source of energy within themselves that they feel like, oh, I need to plug in there, I need to plug in there and take the energy into myself because I don't have it. Or when it comes to envy or comparison, basically, this thing wouldn't exist if you were connected to your source, because if you are envious, you are thinking, or the wounded inner child in you is thinking, to be precise, that this other person has something that you don't have. They have access to something that you feel like you don't have access to. So you're trying to access it through them by defining and judging that thing and making an object out of it. It's basically like dehumanizing the other person into specific object. Oh, I envy his, bank account, whatever it might be. Then you just see the bank account. It's just the object. You don't see the whole being behind it anymore. And you think that this person has some secret or, special privilege. Yes, there are privileges, of course there are. But the source inside of you is infinite. So we are really in times when we are tested more and more when it comes to setting our boundaries, stepping into our power, learning to work with our own energy. So for instance, if you are in a codependent relationship, and it can be a romantic relationship, it can be friendship, it can be relationship with coworker, we are in a relationship with everyone we meet. If you are in a codependent relationship, the unspoken deal is kind of like, oh, I'll give you my power because I don't know how to handle it. And in return for you telling me what to do or how to behave, I'll also play my part and I'll behave as you want me to behave. So we will be exchanging those, aspects of us. It's like saying like, take responsibility for me and my happiness, and take responsibility for my success or for whatever, and blaming it onto your partner. This is codependency, because you don't understand you have it inside. The thing is, we are entertaining ourselves. We are trying to make our consciousness so busy with so many external distractions that we cannot just stay in that infinite space of eternity, where the time stops and you are truly present with yourself, with the deepest aspects of yourself. You are truly witnessing who you are and what's inside of you. And as you go deeper and deeper into you, you'll find out that there are so many chambers inside of you which contain all the knowledge and everything you've been searching for. You are the answer. And the reason why I've been called to make this video is because for years I've been receiving the same, kind of like guidance, or I've been seeing the same thing when it comes to our collective timeline. We really need to learn to plug into our own source. Because if we don't learn it, we are basically energetically, using other people. We are energetically misusing everything. We don't know how to work with energy. And we are projecting things onto other people. We need to start stepping into our power, into our sovereignty on a brand new level. It's really important because we are evolving, we are awakening, we are stepping more and more into our spiritual maturity. And this is a big lesson, this is a very essential lesson of it, that will be more and more visible. If we see someone outside of ourselves as a source of something, then we are disconnected from our own source. We don't recognize the same quality, the same source within ourselves. And I just want to make it clear, there is a huge difference between co-creating with someone and being dependent on someone. So for instance, when I do healing sessions in my School of Remembrance with Lightworkers in Lightworker Healing, Starseed Healing, Spiritual Leadership, whatever session it might be, I have been attracting clients who are ready to do the work for them. They are ready to show up and take the responsibility. And let me tell you, their process of soul evolution is just incredible. They fly so high in such short amount of time during the time we work together, which is 10 weeks usually at once, and then another 10 weeks with another pillar of the School of Remembrance. They don't come to me from that perspective save me, do it for me. This is codependency. If they had done it, well, cool, yeah, we can have some conversation, but you'll not grow far. Because everything is co-creating, so the sovereignty, divinity in them is co-creating with my sovereignty and divinity in me. And when you combine these two, you can really create magic. So, when you are dependent on someone, be it your partner, be it your friends, your family, your co-workers, or be it some, earthly attachment, to positions or anything, if there is any form of codependency happening, you are not recognizing your own divinity. You are projecting that what you have inside of you everywhere around yourself, and you spread it into so many different venues that you don't realize who you are. You just see the distracted image. There's the distortion happening. And the distortion, the way how we see reality, is causing so many problems. Because we don't see things directly. We kind of project everything all around us. And then we are looking at one piece of something and we don't know what to do with that. It's time to take them back inside of you. trust me, you have the source of everything inside of you. And as I said, we all collectively will be more and more guided towards spiritual maturity, towards stepping into our own sovereignty. So think about it today. I really invite you to, close your eyes and go deeper into what it means to you to be connected and anchored in your own source. What does it mean to you to understand that you are the source? How life could change for you if you were connected to your own source? Because if you were connected to your own source all the time, then trust me, majority of problems, they would just disappear. You would also understand and realize how to channel your energy, how to co-create it with other people in the most efficient and perfect ways. You would feel more joyful because you would allow yourself to experience yourself on that level that you've been waiting for. We all have been waiting for, to truly step into who we are. That's what we are doing here. And this is a huge part of that process. So really meditate on this, journal on this. Go deeper into understanding how it feels like to be connected to your own source and what it means to you, how it would change your life. And if you have enjoyed this video, please share, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.